it comes across as a bit different that you can't handle losing on that level.
No, absolutely. And whoever wins, to me, within a certain, sportsmanship, they deserve to do whatever they want to do. You had 60 minutes to be able to change the game. You didn't change that game. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, there's guys in the Hall of Fame, Michigan guys, that being Charles Woodson, that being, Tom Brady will soon be there. But I'm very friendly with these guys. And I played in 3 Michigan-Ohio State games, and there were no fights ever broke out afterwards. And there was a greater deal of respect for the players playing. Jim Harbaugh played in all 3 games I played in. I beat him twice, he once. But there was never any disrespect. Even as we've gone on 40 years afterwards, there's never been any disrespect. So I believe that this generation, which they don't respect anything, I believe that now that waters down the rivalry, because everything that happened after the game has nothing to do with the greatest rivalry.
In the face of Will Howard. 3rd down and 9 at the 4. Howard throwing out of his own end zone. And it's picked up down the sideline. Michigan has it inside the 5. Hall with...
And it feels very similar to that mistake Will Howard made early in the Penn State game when he threw a pick 6. You can see, and it feels very similar to that mistake Will Howard made early in the Penn State game when he threw a pick 6. You can see Hall just stayed in bounds after getting that pick. Tate a little slow out of his break. Hall sitting on the route, and now it's 1st down
formation again. Mullings. Touchdown Wolverines. Michigan capitalizing off the Will Howard interception.
Throw a great block on Jack Sawyer right there, and that gives just enough room for...
Take something away from what Michigan accomplished on the field, being a significant 23.5-point underdog.
Yes.
And they haven't beat a team like this since 1978. Times. Unless you want a national championship, yeah, your job should be on the line. At Ohio State, the standards are higher. They have the number 1 roster in college football. They spent $20 million on the collective to be able to put that roster out there. And yes, I know they're missing 3 offensive linemen, but you don't go into a phone booth fight with Michigan when their best players are on their defensive front. Their linebackers were hurt.
Howard goes through his progressions underneath. Oh, almost intercepted. And it is intercepted. Makari Page, Michigan territory.
What a play from Page. What a play from Page. He read it beautifully. Ball is...
Warren under pressure. And he throws an interception. Caleb Downs. Scoop.
And watch Downs as he kind of backs out of this blitz. And now he's just sitting there in zone defense. And look, he goes down that right shin. And he's able to corral that ball in. A finalist for the Thorpe Award as the best defensive back in college football.
Down and 10 at the 16. Howard sprinting out of the pocket, looks backside, has his receiver, but nothing. G. Scott, the tight end. Howard, delayed handoff. Henderson, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Wow. Mason Graham.
This is why he's one of the best in America. Look at him just swim by the guard, Thagala, and he's in the backfield. He's so quick and so powerful. A run
34 yards away. And he hooked it. No good. And Mullings dives forward. Can't turn it over. The hand off. And look at the second effort. Mullings down the sideline, out of bounds at the Ohio State 15.
Side. And I tell you what, Michigan's going to get fortunate right here. That's Evan Link with a grab on Jack Sawyer, but Mullings, what a great break, and the strength that he has to get away from the tacklers, run through arm tackles.
Secondary was hurting, their corners were hurting. Like, make it a track meet. Like, we have that kind of talent at Ohio State. You don't want to get into a MMA fight with Michigan. They played the game that Michigan wanted. Michigan got the ball on the 2-yard line and scored 1 touchdown. That's it. And you lose that game? Yes, if you lose that game with that roster at home, your job should be in question at Ohio State. Yes, Chris Carter said that about Ryan Day. His job should be in question. And if he doesn't win the college football playoff, I wouldn't be shocked under the new athletic director, who's only been there since the beginning of the season, that if he moved on. This is the same athletic director that bought out Jimbo Fisher with that tremendous buyout at Texas A&M.
Right.
So Ohio State's got more money than Texas A&M.
So check this out. am I interpreting this right? Are you saying, Chris Carter, that at this moment it should be in question, that much is a given, that much is clear, that if Ryan Day doesn't win the national championship, if he doesn't get to the college football playoffs, and they win the national championship this year, that Ryan Day should be fired? Are you saying he should be fired?
Yes. If you go 1-4 against Michigan, anything else that you do besides win the national championship, my coach at Ohio State, Earl Bruce, went 9-3 a couple of seasons. They fired him.